We live in two worlds. In nature's world, we do not get to choose when we are born and when we die. We do not get to choose our parents or our children, or who we will fall in love with. But in man's world, we have many choices and many decisions. What you're about to see is so shocking and so disturbing it should not be spoken of outside this room. Some may say it's amusing, some may find it disgusting, and it should not be viewed by younger children. It is believed that this type of abnormal behavior was first detected in Mongolia and has found its way around the world at an alarming rate. And all scientists and psychologists agree that if this type of abnormal behavior continues to spread, it might probably be the end of civilization as we know it, and possibly the end of mankind.
Productions proudly presents, all the way from the Asian continent to the Las Vegas Strip. Please welcome Mongolian Man, dubbed in English. Thank you, Mongolian Man. Very happy to be here. Always want to come to Las Vegas and be stand-up comedian, but afraid people would laugh at me. It take me a long time to get to Las Vegas. I have to hitchhike all the way from Mongolia. Very difficult. When I first set off, I got beat up. I was holding out the wrong finger. I finally get to the coast, looking across to Alaska. Have to wait a long time for car. But finally, I make it to Anchorage, Alaska on Saturday night. And all young people, all out drinking and clubbing. I never seen so many baby seal run like hell. Before I leave Alaska, I meet beautiful Eskimo girl. She had the kind of lips that could suck a sperm whale dry. While I was waiting on the road for a car, I could hear the sound of a train. I love the sound of a train, except if I'm tied to the tracks and it's coming right at me. But I finally make it to Las Vegas, and I must tell you, the girls here are really hot. No, I mean it. It was 120 degrees outside and they were really hot. I see a beautiful girl by the pool. She was smoking hot. No, I mean it. It was 120 degrees and there was smoke coming off her skin. So I pick her up and I threw her in the pool. Mongolian Man cannot go back to that hotel anymore. I meet a beautiful Asian girl in a bar. Her name was Lick Me. No, just kidding. That's what I wanted her to do. Her real name is Chew Me. Well, I wanted her to do that too. We dated for a while, and then she broke up with me. She sent me a Dear Jodo letter. She did not want to see me anymore. And I told her, I cannot forget you. And she said, try harder. Mongolian Man finally realized that all of the single girls in the bar are married. And the definition of single in Las Vegas is one kid. Mongolian Man dated a girl from the bar, and I found out that she was cheating on me behind my back with her husband. I tell you, relationships are so tough these days. You have to have prenuptial dating. So I went to the internet and I found someone on Facebook. But after I met her, I found out she had a wooden leg. So I had to break it off. Mongolian Man finally meet the right girl. The perfect girl. Her breasts, one chocolate, one vanilla. And we had the same sleep number, 69. When people come to Las Vegas, they think a bar code is a 1-drink minimum. Mongolian Man once dated a plus-size girl. She loved to eat and dance. The only place she wanted to go was to the Club Sandwich. Mongolian Man was watching a show once called Girls Behind Bars. I never knew they were back there. I've always been buying them drinks inside. In Mongolia, we do not have Girls Gone Wild. The closest we can get is Girls Gone Fishing. Mongolian asked girl one time, why women think their pussy is the greatest thing since Swiss cheese. And she say to me, name something else you can eat and then fuck. I remember when I was young and my father told me about the birds and the bees. But things got really interesting when I talked to my uncle and he told me about the bitches and the bees. My uncle was in the army. He ate so much popcorn, they made him a colonel. Mongolian Man remember when he was in the bar in Thailand. Happy hour, 2 ladies. The sex is so good, it's hard to tell who's going to pay who. Who's your Buddha? Mongolian Man think the best thing about kids is making them. If you like living like an animal, spending a lot of money, and going without sleep, have kids. And who is the idiot who came up with the phrase, like taking candy from a baby? Have you ever tried to take candy from a baby? The little bastards won't let go. They scream and yell. The next thing you know, you're in a police lineup. And when he picks you out, he craps his pants. My neighbors, Mr. and Mrs. Wong, always fighting, every night fighting. Finally I go to the door and I tell them, look, 2 Wongs don't make a right. My mother tell me a man is not complete until he's married, and then he's finished. Even Albert Einstein got a divorce. He finally told his wife, I need my own space, time. Anyway, the Strip is very beautiful in Las Vegas. When the New York opened years ago, Steve Wynn was so jealous. He sent down one of the pirate ships from Treasure Island and sunk one of the tugboats. Mongolian Man was in the casino. And a man stopped me and said, "Look, I have 3 jacks. One more, I have 4 of a kind." And I said, "Yes, you're just a jack-off." A lady said to me, sitting there next to me, "This machine will not take my money." And I said, "Give it to me, I'll take it." I finally hit a jackpot on a poker machine, and a guy in a trench coat walked up to me, and he said, "Do you know what beats a royal flush?" And I said, "No." And he pulled out a 45. Mongolian Man see a girl walking at him in the casino, full of tattoos on her legs. Finally, she got close to me, and I realized they were varicose veins. I once dated a girl who had the IQ of a squirrel. Every time we were together, all she wanted to do was chew on my nuts. Mongolian Man does not like doing business with Chinese men. They always want to sweet and sour the deal. One time, Man said to me, "Do you want to be rich and famous?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "First, get a lot of money, and then do something really, really important." Mongolian Man, not good at playing cards. I wasn't very good at math. One time when I was young, they said, "Draw a picture of a polygon." So I turned in a picture of an empty parrot cage with the door open. But there is a lot of food in Las Vegas, many buffets. But every time I eat sweets, it goes right to my fat. And my favorite food at the buffet is the Mongolian beef. I was standing in line at the buffet, and a lady said to me, "Did you know carrots are good for your eyes?" And I said, "I don't know. I got poked in the eye with a carrot one time, and it hurt like hell." I once ate at the old spaghetti factory. Before I sat down, I asked them, "How old is the spaghetti?" I was standing in the line at the buffet one day, and a man told me to hurry up or he would stab me with a fork. And I told him, I said, "Well, make sure it's plastic. I like to recycle." And I don't know about you, but whenever I see the kind of food I want to eat, I am more nervous than a Mexican girl on Taco Tuesdays. And someone told me one time, a cannibal's favorite night out is a dinner date. And let me ask you this question. What is balsamic dressing anyway? It sounds like a disease. He went to the doctor. He found out he has balsamic. He has 6 months to live. He might live longer if he eats lots of red meat and stays away from salad bars. But I did see some interesting things in Las Vegas. One of them is Ripley's Believe It, It Stinks. Someone told me that a gay guy's favorite cookie is a Fag Newton. I am not sure about that, but I was told their favorite beer is a lager. Mongolian Man wants to go to California next, to Disneyland, to see the new attraction. It's a cross between Pocahontas and Cinderella, a girl who's from the wrong side of the tracks. Her name is Pocarella. Mongolian Man wants to thank everyone for coming out tonight. And now I have to go to Thailand and I am going to be the opening act on the Happy Ending Comedy Tour. Thank you very much. Good night.
People are strange when you're a stranger.